Hello, today we will be making a flower, and we fold it in half, and you fold it in half the other way. We will eventually be making a tulip, so you see you fold it just like that. Fold all four corners into the middle, then you fold it in half again just to help you out there. Look at how lovely it looks. And you fold it in half again, fold it up nice and easy. So make sure all those creases are perfectly creased. Then you fold into like that triangle thing. This might take you a few tries to get it. Then you're going to repeat it right on the other side. That sounds great. Okay. Then you have to fold those corners in. That's very important. Then you do the exact same to the other side. Then here what I did is I just took some glue. You can use any glue you want. This is just to make sure that those little pieces stay right there. If you are using a thicker kind of paper, then there is the possibility you won't have to worry about that. You see, and this will eventually be a flower, will be a tulip. So while I glue those, While waiting, my name is Cassidy Easterbrook. I am making this for my sophomore year project. So we are just finishing that all up. And then, look at me, I'm slaying it. And then I put some more glue on that side because you need to make sure the sides really stick, because that's really what's holding the entire flower together to some extent. See, glue, all that nice little stuff. Man, I really probably should have speeded this up, but it's too late now. I'm just gonna wipe off all that glue there because you don't want that there. Okay, the glue should be dry enough now. So, is it? No, it's not. Never mind. This is probably why this video is so long. I apologize in advance for my math teacher who has to watch this. This is very long. So see, I'm just flattening it all out right there and make it into a very lovely tulip. I'm just kind of curling the leaves. You can use a pencil to do this part, but I'm just folding it over because it's a tulip. Tulips are more angular, in my opinion, than other flowers. So this will be a very nice folded over tulip. And look at that. Look how lovely it looks. And I'm just curling it a little bit with my fingers just to give it a little bit of a curl. And there you go. There's your tulip. Look how beautiful it looks. I think it's a very lovely tulip. I think I did a good job. That's a pretty big tulip. There you go. Okay, here we are on the second flower. And you see this one, we're going to fold it in half to start out with. Now this is a different kind of flower. I believe this one's a lily. And it's going to be a very lovely one. So we fold it in half just like that. Make it into a little triangle. Make sure those creases corners are perfect. This is how one of the ways we also do to make sure our triangles are make it perfect. And make sure it's a square actually. So you see that one's a very lovely one. Then we fold it in half again just to make it. And then again, here we go, crease that corner. And then I think we're going to do the exact same technique we did with the last one where you make those little triangles. Diamonds. And with those diamonds, you're going to do it like exact same thing to the other side. Now these really are kind of the founding blocks to making flower origami. And there we go. Make sure all your edges are nice and crisp because otherwise it will all fall apart. See, just me making sure it's all good. And then, I believe what I do next is you take that inside one and then you fold it out and just use the kind of top corner of that corner and just kind of push it down. See how it kind of looks like a cone? Just kind of make it look like a little ice cream cone, then smush it all out. It's all lovely. Now you make another triangle, which if you cut it in half would make 2 right triangles. That's me just making sure the entire thing doesn't fall apart. And now you're going to do this to all 4 sides. I repeat to you, all 4 sides. And you see, here's me doing side number 3 and then side number 4. The way that I got away with this is I just kind of tucked all the sides away and then just made sure that my crease were really good. Because then, so you see all 4 of your sides are all nice and have those little triangles on them. You want to make sure there's only now 2 layers of paper. I don't even know what if it's 2. It's more like 4, but still. So after you take those 2 layers of paper, this is me panicking for a moment because I lost the video. So you take those 2 layers, then you fold it up and you fold it in. See, like that? You make 2 more little things. So now it's really more like a lot of little triangles. Then you fold it up and fold it down. This is to really make it secure and stuff. Those other 2 folds are just really there just to make sure the crease line is perfect and to make sure you don't mess up. See, I'm folding it again. I think you're going to do this again to all 4 parts. See, you push it up and then reverse the crease line into making those little triangles. And you're just making sure it's all perfect. And here we go with the next 2. I probably should have made this and cut this out. I very much apologize. But this is also very part of the process. This is to make sure you see every part of it. See, there's me doing the third side and then the one side. If you ever forget, if you forgot a side, just know by the end of all this, they should have all look the exact same. Yeah, that's right, the exact same. And there we go, folding it in. Oh, look how lovely she looks. So then there's me opening up the petals. So you go with the petals. Not quite actually, I'm just making sure. Oh, you have to fold it in half. I forgot about that step. So you have to fold those one more time just to make sure it's nice and tight, nice and warm. And then, see when you probably can't see it as much, but I'm folding all those petals down. Folding all those petals down will actually make it. So usually what I do is I do the two opposite sides and then I fold the other one down and I'm just curling them here. I'm using my fingers. I really should use a pencil for this part. But I'm just using my fingers here and just nice little curling. That's all I'm doing. That's all the work I need to do now. And I think this looks very lovely. I think I'm doing a good job with this personally. That's your opinion, but there's mine. Now this is the one I'm actually going to show you how to make the stem. And to make the stem, you have to usually cut out a piece of green. About a rectangle. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is the orange that doesn't need to be perfect here. There are certainly other ways to make this. This is just the way I learned it. You see, you begin with a little twitsy roll, then you just roll it all the way up. Sometimes, of course, it doesn't look the best at the beginning, but as you twist it, then just make it tighter at the top, and just kind of pull it up, and then just keep on twisting it until it gets nice and warm. And here's me taking the glue. I just put some glue on the inside, then I just kind of twist it around just to make sure it's all nice and glued up there. Until the glue dries, you just kind of roll it like that over and over again. Now this is the only part that does require glue and some cutting because this is, after all, the flower. So there I'm just cutting little details so all the flower can just like sit in there nice and prettily. See, again, a little more cutting because this is not a part of the origami part. I just thought this was cool and you should probably know how this was made. You see, you just insert it in like that. Usually what you would do is you put some glue. I'd make a hole a little bigger here. See, I'm just putting some glue on this one. Then you just kind of stick it in there and you just kind of wait till it all ends. So yeah, that's all we have to do. That's how you make it. Oop, I kind of had an oopsie there, but yay. And now we just hold it there. Okay, so now we are making the final flower. This one's going to be Lily Valley. So you see we folded up all nice and neat like that. And see those lines? Nice. Now you fold that in and fold it in like we did with that previous one. Then you fold those corners up and over just so we can have a nice little cohesive crease there. Then you're going to fold it again, kind of like you're making a little paper airplane. Then you push it in, and what I have found is you follow that crease line as a guideline. Sometimes you have some issues like what I was having right here. And so you're basically just folding it over and in, and it takes a while. That's why it's taking a while. So yeah, then you're going to have to repeat that on the other side. You see, fold up the big parts, make a little diamond using those two. Then fold it again like that little paper airplane example I used. Then undo the paper airplanes and follow the crease line and do like a reverse crease fold to use that. Then we're going to flip those two things open just so we can get to the next area, just so we can use those. See, now this is so nice. And fold that all over. And see, I'm just fixing up some minor details. You will have to fix some little things here and there as you go along and finish this project, just to make sure everything's perfect. So now we're going to fold things down very gently. Sometimes these petals are all kind of tangled up together, so you have to be very careful with these petal folding. See, now you're unfolding the petals, and you're just going to be very gentle here, because they are all tangled up, as I mentioned earlier. And here I am just curling the petals because this is what we do after. Now we are making the leaves for the lily of the valley. And in the end, this will go into it. So first, we're just going to fold it in half, a nice little rectangle. Then you're going to fold it again in half. That will make a lovely little square. Then you're going to unfold it just so we have like those general creases, just to help us out there. So you're supposed to also fold these diagonal, but I already did that ahead of time. So basically after that, you're going to use that one little fold technique that we have been doing this entire video. Then we're going to fold this over, and it's going to kind of be like a fold where you like bring it all the way to the edge, and you're going to do this to the other side. And by the end, if you just look at that little triangle we made, that giant triangle we made, it kind of looks like a little bit like the top part of a paper airplane. Then we're going to fold that upper and lower that little top leaf over just to make it a little more loose, because we're going to pull the top layer, only the top layer up, and then we're going to fold it in and do a reverse crease and like reverse the crease and fold it in into making it into a lovely diamond shape. This will be one of the leaves that will go into the lily of the valley flower later. So now we're just going to flip it over and do the exact same thing to the other side, which is lovely because we don't like doing this kind of stuff. And we're going to fold up and fold down, push up the first one, roll, tuck the two, and then fold it down just to make it a very lovely little size. It's perfect. Okay, and then here what we do is I fold it just like to make the other ones a little more distinct. And just to kind of make sure I have all the petals right, I'm just checking it out, making sure I got everything right. Then I'm going to fold it a little more, just like fold that little corner in. And this is to just like give it more of a base and help it out a little more. So we're going to fold those little corners in. And then we're going to do the same exact thing to the other side. Now you see, if you can, and now you see we have the flower. And you just pull down the petals to the opposite sides. And see those little top ones? Then we're going to unfold it like that. And then we're going to push those down. Okay, and then at the end, you're just going to push it out just very gently, and you should get 4 lovely, lovely little petals, see? Well, they're leaves, but they're kind of like petals. And then there's me just twisting it, making sure the hole's big enough for the flower to go in, and that's what you would do. Normally, you would glue the flower together to this, and that would be it. And that's one that I already finished. That's how it looks. And then these are all 4 of them done together. And then now I'm going to glue them all to the piece of paper to make it all nice and pretty and make it very cohesive and have it be multiple petals on one single one. So here's me making the stems for it. You see, this one doesn't actually involve any origami, but I think it's an important step because of the fact that we are doing this to all of the flowers. So there's different routes to do this. For this one, just because I nearly needed it to be longer, I started it like making a very skinny rectangle and kept on going. And then you just start rolling it. See, I'm still making that skinny rectangle. And eventually, you will get to the point where it is tight enough that you can just roll it. And when you do that, you just kind of roll it up, and it's all nice, like kind of like a little taco, like a little burrito. You're just rolling a little burrito up. It's very easy. Or like when you were a kid, how you would roll up the blanket. See, look, I think right here I'm just rolling it like that and twisting it all up just to make it a nice little thing. This glue is just going to be stuck here for a while. So I'm rolling that all up. See that? That's how lovely that is. So making sure it's all tight, because if it's not tight, it's going to get a little loose no matter what for the glue. So then I just put some glue in the corner. And what I just do here is I honestly just twist the glue into it. And your hands will get a little sticky in this part. It's just a part of the issue of having it. And you just make sure it's nice and tight. Because if it's not tight, then it's going to have a really thick stem for a really skinny flower. And you can't really have that. So that's not the best thing. Okay, then here, look, we have a lovely, lovely stem. I'm just twisting it just to make sure it's nice and tight and the glue's dry. The glue dries here, and I just kind of roll it up. Okay, and I think here I grab one of my flowers. See, here we go. I'm going to grab a flower. I did hot glue for most of these, but this first one I did do glue, so you can do actual normal glue. I just prefer hot glue personally. I didn't have any on my hand at the time. So you're just going to hold that there, and then you're going to have to hold that there for quite a long time. I had to have mine stay overnight, but if you use other glues such as hot glue or other substances, then you're pretty much fine. And then you do the other ones, and that's it. Okay, hi, now we are finally doing the vase. This is going to hold all the flowers. So first we're going to fold that thing in half just to make a nice little crease line. Then we're going to fold it in half the other way. Now we're going to fold it into like triangle shape. And this is just to kind of really get the base and just to like fold it up and to get the crease lines. See, there's the crease lines there. So now what we're going to do is, this is really kind of weird. So basically we take those two like corners, and we'll flip it upside down apparently. So we take that corner and then you like fold it over, and then you do the same thing with the other side. So you take that outside corner and then fold it in, like reverse fold it. Then we're gonna fold that in there and there, kind of like what we did with the tulip. And then we're going to repeat it on the same side. Fold it actually first. And then we're going to repeat it on the exact same side. We're going to just fold in those little missing pieces, okay? And fold that down. And then we are going to see, look at that. Oh my goodness. We are folding all those little pieces down. Then we're just going to loosen that bottom up just to make sure that it actually works and that we can actually spread it out. You see, this is how we spread it out. Then you just kind of gently push down on that and it will spread out. Now, there's your vase. You could leave it like that if you have stiff enough paper, but because I don't have stiff enough paper, I do use glue. Thank you for watching!